Hey love, so the other day I was in an Instagram live and a girl wanted to know what makeup products I would purchase if I lost them all. The poor thing had lost all of her makeup in a house fire and she wanted to know what I would purchase first if I were to lose all my makeup. So if all of my makeup just disappeared one day and I couldn't have it anymore, what would I purchase first? I'm going to just pick my absolute favorite products. If I could have one foundation, if I could only purchase one, which one would I purchase? If I could only purchase one contour product, what would I purchase? And on and on. So we're just gonna jump in, but before we do, please subscribe if you haven't already. I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. All right, let's get into it. Right, so how we're going to do this is I'm just going to kind of think of these products as I go through putting them on my face. You guys know I have a primer problem. I think if I could only buy one primer, I would just purchase the Cover FX mattifying primer because while I love the Hangover RX from Too Faced, it is really good. It is very basic. I feel like I could probably just use a moisturizer all over my face and get the same effect, but I don't think from that I would have anywhere near the oil control on my nose, so I probably would purchase this one if I could have one primer. Could have a primer for each area. I would really want to repurchase the Revolution Pro Under Eye Primer in Hydrate. I would definitely get this one next. I do feel like, again, I could use a moisturizer or an eye cream if I really needed to. The one I get the best results from that can't be replaced with another everyday item would definitely be this one. I hope that made sense. After I prime my face, I do go in with foundation and then concealer. So if I could choose one foundation, you guys are not going to be surprised by this at all, but this is the Josie MARAN Vibrancy Foundation. The only problem is if I chose this one, I wouldn't be able to really use it in the winter months because in the winter months I get too pale. But we're just talking about formula, performance, what it does for me. This just is a very hydrating foundation. It makes my skin look really glowy, holds the test throughout the day, even though it is a dewy foundation. I do feel like it helps keep the oil at bay on my nose, which seems weird because it's got argan oil in it, but I just love this foundation. I just like the way my skin looks with it on. I do like mixing it with other things, but if I could only have one foundation, it would be this one. All right, concealer. Concealer is not going to be a surprise at all either. This is the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair. I love this concealer so much. There are so many good concealers out there on the market. I really want to try the new one from Too Faced, but I have not yet. I do really enjoy like the ColourPop concealer. If you're on a budget, I would go with the ColourPop foundation and concealer. Honestly, they're both amazing. You have to really like a mattifying foundation, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and that one is amazing. I was super impressed with that foundation, and that concealer is also really good as well. I find the concealer from ColourPop to be more drying than the Shape Tape. This is just my favorite little baby. I don't know. I mean, I really like the Makeup Revolution concealer, Conceal and Define as well. Of course, it all depends on, but if I could pick any concealer, this would definitely be the one. I just love it. I don't know what it is. Something about the way my under eyes look with it on. Some people think it's drying, some people love it, some people hate it. I'm definitely a lover. Love you. If I could only have like one concealer or a foundation, I would just use this on my face because that's how obsessed I am. All right, powder. But if I could have one powder, it would be this little beauty. This is the, look how beautiful it is. It's brand new. It's only been used a few times. Everything is still, there's no pan. I go through these like crazy. This is one of my most repurchased beauty items ever. Repurchased over and over again because anything I've tried has just not been the same. I mostly use this to set my under eyes. I will sometimes use it for the rest of my face, but it's about the under eyes. This one definitely does not keep any oil at bay on my nose. Like it sets it for a while, but it's not the best. This guy is a star because of the way it looks on my under eyes. It's one of the very few powders that doesn't make my under eye look, how many times can I say under eye? A lot, but it just makes my under eyes look pretty smooth. It works really well with the Tarte Shape Tape. Guess what? I'm a fan. So again, this is the Physicians Formula Mineral Correcting Powder in Translucent. It does come with like a little mirror and stuff underneath. I usually lose the little brush, set my under eyes with my damp sponge, but it does have a mirror if you need a powder for on the go. Again, it's not the most heavy duty powder, but it just, if I had to have one, I would take smoother looking under eyes than the oily nose. Plus, if I have my Cover FX primer on my nose, I'm gonna be pretty good to go. So, okay, my favorite brow product just kind of depends on the color of my hair. Right now, my favorite shade that I like to wear with it is actually the one that I have on right now. My favorite brow pencil right now, if this all happened right now, I would repurchase this one first. This is the BH Cosmetics HD Brow Pencil, the Studio Pro. It is just like one of the dupes of the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's got the tiny little pencil. It's got the spoolie. I'm just a super fan of this one right now. I also really love the Brow Boss from ColourPop. Honestly, maybe we can do another one of these that's like on a budget. Maybe we should do the drugstore starter kit. Let me know down in the comments if that's something you guys want to see, and I will do that for you. But again, this is just the HD brow pencil from BH Cosmetics, if I can speak, in blonde. I just like a more, I just hit myself in the nose just in case you missed that. When I have pink hair or any sort of pastel hair or lighter shades of hair, which most of the time I do, I really prefer a blonde or a taupe shade. This brow pencil's bomb. Bomb. If I could only have one brow gel, we're sticking with brows. If I could only have one brow product, it'd be this, but if I could have my brow gel too, which I feel like it's a necessity. So this is just the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Every time I stop using this, I kind of forget how good it is. Like, I've been obsessed with the ColourPop Brow Boss, which is amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's fantastic, especially for the price point. I went through 2 of those really, really quickly. As I was running out of that one, I didn't want to order another one yet. So I looked in my drawer because I don't do that enough. And this was in there and I started using it. And I just love the way that it defines my hairs in my brows. I just love how it keeps them in place. I've heard multiple people call this super glue over and over again. It is true. It is super glue. I think it's Jaclyn Hill that says it's Gorilla Glue for your brows. Bomb. Contour would definitely be the Revolution. This is actually a newer one. I've gone through, this is my second BB of the Ultra Contour Kit. I just love this contour kit. It's so good. And if I had to, and if I couldn't get like a separate highlighter, you know I'm going to talk about a highlighter because girl loves a glow. But if I had to use just this, I love the highlighters in this so much that I would be totally cool with that. I love Revolution's face powders. Their bronzers, their blushes, their highlights, everything. So good. Of course, there are some hits and misses for me, but I really just like the tones of this. It works for you if you're fair. There's a deeper shade if you are a little bit deeper in skin tone. I like to use a heavy hand. I like a really bold contour, but these are definitely very workable. You can use a light hand, you can use a heavy hand. They layer really well, they blend out really well. I'm wearing it today, and with these lights, it doesn't look near as intense as it does in person, but I have a blush on and stuff too, so it looks a little warmer. They're just a really nice tone. They're not too warm, they're not too cool, they're kind of neutral. I just love this palette. So next I would put on blush. If I were wearing blush, you guys know me. You know that I'm not the biggest on blush. I don't wear it that often. It's like the first thing I'll skip if I skip anything, because I will definitely do a contour and a highlight before I'll do a blush. But if I had the, like, if someone was like, you can pick out one blush, I was like, okay. I have grown to really love this blush from Pretty Vulgar. This is the Make Them Blush Hush Blush. It's just, I have it on. Just a really, it's like my perfect kind of shade of blush. It's just, it's very neutral. It's very light. It works with my skin tone. I can either use a very light hand or it's very pigmented. So it's going to last you a long time if you are fair like I am. The packaging is just cute. Not that that's really a factor. It's the product. I love the shade of it. It's very versatile. It's a nice kind of neutral pinky peachy nudie shade. I'm terrible at describing shades. You guys can see it, but it's a really beautiful pinky peach blush. I think I got this in was it a BoxyCharm, I believe, and I just love it. It's been my go-to blush since I got it. If I'm gonna wear a blush, usually I will grab that guy first. All right, highlighter. Dun, dun. I know you're shocked. I know you're shocked, but this is the ColourPop Luster Dust in Strobe Globe. This is my baby. This is my baby. If I could pick only 5 beauty products or 3 beauty products, like this would definitely still be one of them. I am so obsessed with this. And what's funny is, like, if you just use it dry, like, it's really pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty, but if you use it with a damp brush, if you spray your brush with a setting spray, it becomes the most beautiful highlight of life. I'm obsessed. You can see it right there. It's down here. It's that lower one, but let me show you the difference when you switch. It literally changes this highlight for me. Like, it's pretty. Again, I keep saying it's pretty, but like, I wasn't wowed by it. I was like, that's nice. And it's funny how one little thing can completely change the product. It just becomes so much more, so much more. It just completely changes it. I just feel like it amps it up. It's so much more metallic. It's so much more intense. The reflection is much more intense. Therefore, it's going to look lighter because it's reflecting light. And it just, see how much more? When I wear it like this, you can see it on my skin tone. Put a little bit right here. I thought I was going to get through one day without putting strobe globe on, but apparently that's not gonna happen. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Bam. And the one that I'm wearing before, like the one that I have on right now, is a Revolution Beauty one that I thought was like as reflective as it gets. And then this guy came into my life and I was like, ooh, girl. If I were to pick one single eyeshadow palette, This was really difficult. And it would definitely be either this one, the Modern Renaissance from Anastasia Beverly Hills, or the Soft Glam palette. I decided to go with this one just because I have had this one longer. It's been out longer. I have gotten more love from it. Like, you guys will, are you ready for this? Barely any of my palettes get this much use, but look at this guy. It is completely destroyed. This for forever was my like go-to everyday palette when I didn't have to think about it. I just knew what I was gonna do. It just, there's so many good neutral looks that you can get out of this, but there's also some nice fun pops of color. It's very warm. It's very me. I do also really love the Soft Glam palette, but as you guys can see, this one has gotten a ton of love. This guy right here, I even would use to contour. If I was running short on time and just really needed to get something on my face, I would use that to contour. It's beautiful. I've used it in my brows. I became obviously obsessed with Cypress Umber. Tempera is one of my all-time favorite matte brow bone highlights. Blendable, it's beautiful. I just love the way the Anastasia shadows blend. They're beautiful. But honestly, I feel like eyeshadow palettes, if I had to, I would just use a contour. If I had to pick one palette, look how loved this is. Look how dingy this is. I kind of want to do one of those videos where you only have 5 makeup products and you have to do your whole face using only 5 products. Let me know if you want to see that because I feel like that would be a challenge. It would be fun. Again, this one's not going to be a surprise at all. This is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster Pen in Ultra Black. It is my absolute favorite. I'm wearing it again today. It just has, it's like a felt tip. This one's very used, very loved. I just opened a new one because this one is starting to get dried out. But you have to make sure you get the Ultra Black. The black isn't that pigmented, but the Ultra Black really is, and you can see the difference. It just takes this, like the tiniest little touch. This works so well. It's got such a fine tip. On days that I'm not wearing a lot of makeup, I will just run this like along my lash line before I put on mascara, and it just really amps up my lashes. It makes them look much fuller. It makes making a wing so easy. You literally just boop, and I just find my point of the end of my brow and just pop it on. It lasts all day. It's very black. It's just, it's easy to use and a great product. So I would definitely repurchase this eyeliner. Okay, mascara. This is a new love for me, but it is an absolute love. This reminds me so much of a Stila mascara I used to be in love with way back in the day. I don't remember what it was called, but it was one of the first mascaras I actually really fell in love with. I do really love the MAC Giga Black Lash, but I prefer this one now, which is crazy. This one makes your lashes look fuller, more voluminous. One coat, that's all you really need. 2 coats, boom. So many lashes. So this is the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. This is what the brush looks like. As you guys know, I've been talking about this mascara a lot lately because I love it. I love a brush like this. The formula is beautiful. Just so good. It doesn't smudge. It's pretty easy to get off if you get spots all over your face. I accidentally poked myself in the eye today and I had spots everywhere. You can still kind of see one over here, but for the most part, most of them came off. It wasn't bad at all, considering they were all over my face. It was bad. But this is a beautiful mascara. I really, really like it. I actually, right now, this one is my absolute favorite too. This is Marcia from BH Cosmetics. I'm wearing it today. I have a little bit of concealer on top of it to make it a little lighter. It's just a beautiful pinky nude. Perfect kind of cool tone pinky nude. I love the formula on these. They smell amazing. It smells like baked goods. They go on so smooth. They're really thin, really lightweight. You don't feel like you have a ton of stuff on your lips. I just love BH Cosmetics liquid lipsticks. And the shade is my favorite. All right, loves, I think that is everything for this video. Let me know what videos you want to see next. I would love any and all of your ideas down below. Maybe like what you want to see a top 5 on, what you want to see, like if you want a drugstore starter kit, what high-end products are worth the splurge, would I purchase them again? Just let me know what kind of videos you want to see. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and share it if you could, because it does help me out so much. And please subscribe if you have not already. I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday here on my channel. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Which one would I, whoa, I'm just, I dropped the lid. I dropped the lid. As I was grabbing the other lid that I just dropped, I dropped the other lid. Gorilla Glue. I get so excited. Like, I'm so excited to talk to you about my favorite products that I need to just calm down. But it's like Gorilla Glue. Did I drop you on the floor like I drop everything else? Highlight brush? Highlight brush! Where are you? Where have you gone? I don't know. Because it amps up your... What am I saying? Can you get down? Can you get down, please? Get down. Jesus, woman. Girl, why are you always climbing? Are you gonna do this, baby? What? Physicians Formula, girl.